get the server ready to go already. And we will see some pretty quick plays coming through here from the T side. It seems like everyone kind of heading in towards that B side.
Wow.
They're just going to go for the rush.
Yeah, all this utility instantly expended. Hard's out. He's got a big task to try and respond upon, but still through the door. Neckies catches one before the smoke pops, and there's a shot here for them. But again, we all know the story of B-Site DUST2 retakes. They are throwing their lives on the line to ensure that this can't be a possibility. And as they come jumping through the window, it works to utter perfection. Fady wondering, where did my teammates fade to? As they all hightail in the middle of the site, all alone. Moving in from middle, he's got no utility, so just going to rely on what he can or can't get done. Big first person to spot out. And, well, seems like it's a bit too much of a task for him. Head turned on a swivel and Pain steal the first pistol.
Sure do. What a lovely start from them as well. Great way to kick things off. See if they can keep that up. Start things with the first pistol. And a timeout, I believe, called in the mix here.
Tech pause.
Tech pause. B-Rush gets thwarted, though. Had a lot of presence there pretty quickly, so able to deal with all that aggression.
I mean, it's kind of surprising, right? Because, like, they went into the B site. They found the first couple. I think they actually found the first 2 kills in the round. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Neckies found the first, then double traded with Fady's lurk in middle. But it's more in the fact that they were trapped out of the site. Like, they literally had to throw desperate players in through a window collapse, and it worked. Like, it just seemed like ATK weren't prepared for a brawl to come back.
Yeah, it didn't seem like they were quite ready to deal with that sort of pressure there. And I mean, maybe that's kind of what they were hoping for. They were just trying to overwhelm before the numbers get punched in, because we know how hard those post plants can be, right? Once you get those bombed down and you can tuck yourself in to good positions, that's when B-side retakes become a whole lot less likely. But Pain Gaming never gave him that opportunity.
And again, it's just surprising because you thought it was already done and dusted. Well, not necessarily in the sense of winning the round, but you thought that B-side defense had already failed. I don't really know if I can give props to Pain because it seemed like it was such a ballsy play, risky, desperate, whatever word you want to throw on it. It didn't seem like it was necessarily the intended response.
Doubt. Not sure what exactly is going on. It looks like we have a VAC error. A VAC authentication error, not a VAC ban. Crucial distinction there.
Come on, man. Now they're all going to be like, oh, it's VAC ban. Couldn't have just said, got a disconnect issue, huh?
Never.
Guy's been in the business longer than me and doesn't know the rookie stuff. Holy.
Hey, we got it out there.
My head.
Authentication error, you all.
There
Authentication.
you go. See, then at least some people wouldn't know that means VAC authentication error.
True. To be honest, I did read it like right out of a Discord, so I just kind of let it roll out, not thinking anything about it. And then bam, it was like, you know what? VAC doesn't sound like the best of errors, right? I don't like those type of errors.
Nah, they're my favorite.
Ones where you gotta reset your game cache. Ugh.
I
And you
don't
get
think I've
banned
ever
for
done
30
that.
minutes in MM. Ugh.
I don't think I've ever reset my game cache. I'm not going to cap with you.
You haven't? You haven't verified your game cache?
I verified my game files, if that's what you mean.
Verified your integrity?
Integrity? I'm so glad you got that.
It
I'm
did.
so glad.
Of course. I feel
Now
like
they're
we're on the
just killing time by-
same length of TV shows right now.
Are we?
Yeah, we just both started watching Better Call Saul. I don't know
Yep.
what episode you are, but that's been out for a while, so it's kind
Season
of...
2, episode 3, bro. I've been watching it for 3 days. I am a grinder.
Jeez.
But
You're
That means you're also caught up on Attack on Titan, huh?
No. I'm not into the anime, not yet.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure chat would like to know all the Attack on Titan spoilers. Smile.
Wrong.
Guys,
Frog.
the ending is... And then just the frog dying.
Not know there was frogs in that show.
No, you're an idiot. You're so stupid. It's crazy, bro.
Had to keep you on your toes.
It is... What do you mean keep me on my toes?
Make sure you
I'm
were
sitting.
Well, then stand up. Get ready, because we do have all 10.
I'm gonna stand up.
Say that with bated
Alright.
breath.
Let's just stand up then for a round, huh?
Hopefully, should be getting started back into this thing quickly.
You can confirm I am standing.
You are standing, yes. You are standing indeed.
Oh,
Cool.
I think
Cool.
we're back.
Good news.
I think we're back.
Good news. We'll pause and play here, but everyone seems to be readying up, getting chatted. Getting chatty in chat.
Don't
So,
extend it further, because anything further is just a dad joke. Then you look like an idiot.
do you like me a good dad joke?
No, you don't. Actually, yes, you do.
No, I do. No, I do.
When that Monday hits you out of nowhere, man, it's crazy.
That's a good one. We all hate Mondays, and we love lasagna, and we love Pain Gaming, and ATK back in action here once again. And, well, we had a lot of HGs in this round, but not much else, to be honest. You know, not much hope for ATK. I don't think they'll be really grasping at this round. Is everyone going to walk in towards long? Quite a few, in fact. And a flash setup, mollies.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow, dude, I don't understand. Nades in this game are awful.
they're so random sometimes.
Nightbot just finds 3 because of it. Dude, he actually sat on the nade like it was a chicken giving birth, and he just didn't care. Alright, you got your 1 round.
They are so weird, man. Sometimes I thought that was going to be dead on 3 HEs just kind of fumbling on in, but I might have went a little bit deep, maybe a little bit behind them. I'm not sure, to be honest, but nonetheless, the gun round is in play. Here's where they really set their attention. Here's where the hopes lie in for ATK. Can they get the job done with these rifles?
Nades make so much sense, man. Just remember, guys, if you're ever in an altercation where someone throws a grenade at you, just make sure you go like 5 feet in front of it and you're chilling.
Fancy util work being thrown out towards long here to gather that control and do so. Able to get that molly down, get that smoke down as well, and very little resistance offered up here from ATK early on, but elsewhere they do take some pretty early ground. They've got that hinge smoke down, so you can tell that the sights are set towards catwalk. See if they're able to grab that.
Well, they're certainly able to grab a little bit of map control, but the brunt of the utility is still on the hands of the CT side, even waiting for that flash to jump in the nade, and, well, doesn't do anything at all. Now, Modem trying to work this one back up and maybe work an opening pick. Again, they've got the advantage when it just comes to the raw weaponry. In fact, tenfold. They've got 5 AKs against only 2 in the responded rifles, mostly just SMGs across the board.
Well played Smalley here, but the catwalk execute isn't going to be deterred. Getting that full set out with a 5v5 is really welcoming for ATK as they jump in through CT spawn. Bottom's been hurt, but is he going to be able to find the entries here? Closing in, but the flank is in from Python. He's going to find a kill long range with the MP9, and Big Uzair still alive. Eventually will fall, but he's done his job. A lot of damage and time, valuable being bought here, but another entry in from Fady as he finds 2. The man advantage back in favor of Pain, though.
Trade should be found, though. Swisher, no, he gives it up. He makes noise. He gives away the anonymity, and now he leaves Bodenmaster on an island of his own, unless he can find the pick on a Neckies, but he needs to now, and he thankfully delivers, but still getting crunched in by 2 SMGs. It's no welcoming feat whatsoever. Smoke thrown through, and Swisher gets a bit more aggro than they might expect. Even one foot on top of the bomb as he makes his way up the car. Hardsau's tapped it, and still, he's yet to actually go swinging in. Neither of them committing. Swisher still has the angle. And Hardsau taps it again. There's no kit in play, and there's no more 10-second timer. So now, unless he finds it, this round is done. He hasn't got it, or did he? I didn't think there was a kit in between him and then. He's got it. It's fine.
God. He stopped the defuse for like half a second, and I thought that was going to be just enough for Swisher to pull out his second 1v3 of the day, but just barely missing the mark there. Great effort. You absolutely love to see that fire from Swisher here early on in the game, but couldn't quite close it out. Just enough time for Pain Gaming to get their 3rd on the board. And day is saved.
I feel like Swisher could have just jump spotted, right? Especially when he went back to tap the bomb for a second time. I feel like he definitely could have just jump spotted that from the ramp instead of hard committing to the fight. You can't really, you know, get upset with him in a 1v3. I guess it's unfortunate the way it pans out, but still, I feel like there was a world where Swisher should have been the one winning that, though. You could see desperation You could smell it off of ATK's
Oh,
playstyle, just
man.
sprinting out through a long door smoke, and it won't work just about the way you'd expect. I always pride myself on saying running through a monster smoke never works. Well, running through a long smoke is almost the same.
Yeah, well, I actually quite liked it, but it wasn't quite enough to find the access. There's too much of a crossfire to deal with, and Fady is quite good on these recoveries, but will it be short-lived? Bowden's going to fall towards Catwalk. A bit of a compromised B bomb site could be in the picture, but nailing the spray over on that B side of things is Hardzao. They're going to be forced out.
Tells me that he is an A4 user because he can spray.
Right now, everyone on Pain is an AK user because they've all got the advanced firepower, man. That's a scary sign early on here on DUST2. Having 3 players, 3 of which being Bigu, Nekas, and Hardzao, all on AKs is terrifying. Even the Knighthon has his up.
Yeah. It's scary. It's a problem, too. Like, ATK, they got close in a couple of these rounds, but as the rifles keep starting to deplete and deplete away from them, as they run out and out of opportunities, you wonder, when does this stop? When does the bleeding finally come to an end, and when are they able to put this egg off of the board? I'm not too sure, especially with the way the Pain are looking right now on ATK's map pick. Oh, wow, yeah, they have even an A, haven't they? And they just coerced into the B site, fully blinded up as well. PKL will only catch one on the cross, but that's bought Hardzao enough time to try and respond, and alongside that for the rotations to be pulled still. Off drop should be recovered, though, alongside a 5th round for Pain.
A very fast way to get 5 in a row right there. And, I mean, the only one where they came close was a Swisher 1v3 that nearly pulled things off. So, Pain Gaming got to do well, actually, ATK actually got to do some more heavy lifting here in the early stages of rounds to try and gather some map control right now. They were getting shut out in the early stages. They're getting shut out by some really sick crossfires being put together as well. It feels like Pain Gaming, they have the right reaction everywhere they go.
Well, good flash into the tunnels, Grants for the time being. At least Hardzao gets the info. And once again, it seems like they're just going to run it back into B. Such a well-placed nade, though. Almost 150 damage. Still a crossfire established. They get to clear out car. Hardzao gets a freebie and still more to come. It seems as he swings out. The call is $1 short and a day late. Fady left all by his lonesome. 1v4 against the world. He's got a smoke and a molly, and he's still going to give this one a bit of a go-ahead. It seems he hasn't yet to vacate towards C-spawn. Again, this timer, you'd only assume they're going to hunt him down eventually.
Maybe. Yeah, they'll probably close in. And right there, it's just another round where ATK fall victim to the crossfire set on B. There's just far too much to deal with here. Fady's going to try and pull this back. A nice kill through the smoke. But 2 players join in, and they're going to spam him down, pepper him up. Amali in. Fady playing around it, though. Oh, okay. Hardzao does win that duel, but that could have been an isolated fight that could have gone wrong.
There's a world. There's a world. Dude. You can't see that, can you?
I cannot. It's all you.
Swisher, why are you talking so much blank, but you have a nut blank haircut? Posted by Swisher.
That's funny. Some good.
And he said, bind, sorry.
That is very funny. It's a good bind. Write that one down. Use it in your matches. Or just don't.
But nah, because it's a bind that has like somebody, you know, dead in the name in it. So if you're to make that a bind, you have to include the name of the person saying the bind.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you're filling in those blanks. I thought that. Okay.
Use your imagination.
Yeah.
You aren't stupid.
It's a template.
Ooh, speaking of Swisher giving people haircuts, Neckies. Barbershop's open for business, and he was first in line.
Got a nice chop. That's for sure. The solo AK in this round needs to do that level of play, and a huge cap. Oh, but it's been spotted out just in time there. PKL looking to recover. He's done just that. Gonna come in support of this mid hold. But in the meantime, the catwalk play seems to be likely. Knighthon making a rotation. This has all been heard. Swisher gonna move up free of charge here.
Could have an opportunity at more. Nithon, very, very cautious to commit to one of these duels. You know how difficult it can be to win, especially with the AK, or rather with the EWP. The bomb's going to go down, though, so you start to worry. Is Payne going to be able to close out a round like this? Look, they go into it. The favorite's only going against Deagles, really. And with this one kill through on Swisher, it's pretty much changed the entire outlook. Missed him. A bit of an off angle as he holds with the CT pushing. Usually good for one, and that's exactly what he gets. Dives back down into Catwalk 2, and Payne Gaming call it off. Actually, I'm not too sure. That kill back could cause some interest, but no, they decide to vacate the vicinity in ATK. It's a bit of magic, but still around nonetheless. Eventually, they needed to pick one up, but can this be the start to something more?
Bit of magic, I feel like, is the exact right way to phrase that. Fady. Nice shot to deny one of those saved rifles. But you'll take that any day of the week. One entry in from Swisher off fiery one towards long, followed up by a singular deagle shot from Mistum, is all that's required to win it. And a lot of space given over to ATK. I feel like that's going to give them more confidence in going for that catwalk attack, right? I think they might head in that direction early on these rifle runs now that they've been able to muster up, and maybe you can mount a little bit of a comeback here.
Right. Obviously, the T side of DUST2 in this current meta can be very forgiving. You can start with these halves, and so long as you finish it off with somewhat of a decent result, you can be okay to contend in the rest of the game. Now, remember, we need to see more from ATK, because this is their territory. I mean, I guess they had a bit of a closer bout on Mirage when we were looking against Godsent than Vertigo was, so I guess I'd also be a fool to replicate the same mindset, though still, it does seem like ATK, if they aren't able to fight here, won't have that much left in them the entire series.
Yeah, you want to get things activated here early. This is an ambitious push, but hearts out instead of going any further forward. Oh, you might have heard that tick. That's really valuable information right there. I see op presence as well. A little bit of a spot in that smoke potentially could be made. Oh, Nithon, usually so sharp. Gets blinded up by the flash and forced off the angle here. There's a minute left on the clock and a lot of utility expended. A close range attempt, and Bowden going to get on the board with an B entry.
Well, ATK so far, so good when it comes to entry duels and attributing up to a converted round, but this time it might be a little more tricky as Modem's giving it right back, jumping up through this catwalk smoke, and the footsteps are heard on a mid-push. They got a very deeply established crossfire to try to contend against, and it's not going to do him any favors. Swisher next up on the checklist is while Bowden trades. It's a bit too far too gone. A third comes in from PKL, and alongside him, it's a full house between him and Big Uzera. Payne Gaming, it's this time the Brazilians up 7-1.
Welcoming. Yeah, we talked a little bit about the vetoes, right? We got DUST2 to kick things off. This is ATK's pick. Vertigo up next, up by Payne, and that's scary, right? We've already seen a pretty solid ATK Vertigo today, but this is a whole another level of opponent on this map, right? They were able to end Furia's streak this year on Vertigo, and I believe one of the first teams to beat them on it this year, if not the only team. I'm not sure about that, but I'm fairly certain. So, Payne Gaming, once they head into their map pick, it's going to be their domain. You know, you might have a lot of confidence in Swisher and Bowden holding off that ramp control, but it is still going to be a tricky task when you talk about the competition and level of play that Payne have already displayed this year.
Yeah, they've shown they have what it takes to contend at, like, the top level, so I'm with you. ATK, it's definitely an uphill battle for the majority of this series, but I'm here to see some magic happen, man. I'm okay with that. Look, again, I mean, love me or hate me, the only two United States players in this event are Modem and Swisher. So it's like, I've got nothing against other regions, but there's a little part of me that would like to see them do well. If they don't, oh well. It's not like I'm an ATK fan.
Yeah. But, yeah, fair enough. I mean, so far, I think this event is all about ATK trying to prove themselves with this new roster, right? They have a prime opportunity to get some more experience in with Swisher. They've had, a solid couple weeks with him as well, and maybe even a month or so, now that they've been able to slot him in. And so now, if you're able to qualify for this event in Valencia, that'll be a real proving ground for what sort of ceiling we're going to get out of this roster, because so far their bout North American Counter-Strike, it's been solid, but they're looking to take it a next level, and this is their ticket to do so.
Yeah, credit to all these TOs, especially ESL, like with all the opportunities they're giving to these smaller regions. Like the biggest problem with these, well, I won't even say smaller, more underdeveloped regions now, is the fact that they didn't really have that much practice outside of the people in their own region, which was always hard to get. So it's like the fact that all of these teams get extra opportunities to go over to Europe and get that practice in, it just helps the global scene of Counter-Strike. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, rising tide lifts all ships. That's for sure.
But then doesn't it, in theory, just sink them?
Eventually. I thought those sinking some shots in the bottom, man. This guy's been such a brilliant pickup. We talk about, you know, the time in which Swisher's been slotting in here to ATK, but Nithon's fit the puzzle perfectly for Pain Gaming.
Yeah, no, I mean, Pain needed somebody like him to actually fit into the playstyle, this super aggressive kind of play that Pain really liked to throw out of the hat, and you can just see how comfy cozy he's been, at least in this map so far. Absolutely no sweat from this man. He's playing so well, too, when it comes down to individuality, never really letting himself fall and never really giving himself up, playing for every precious second, and it's just what you need out of players. That's really what you look for in individualism at this stage. And again, he is not going to stop firing off, bro. All of a sudden, 1v5 and missed him's only goal was to get the bomb down. Now he'll be lucky to find a kill, which he won't. Diffuse to come through, and Pain continue their win streak up to 8 rounds.
Yeah, Nithon's been such a great piece. I mean, again, you lose safe, and I really thought that this team was going to sort of trend downwards. It almost had to have been the case that, you know, they're going to struggle a little bit without that level of play, and with what Safe has provided this team in terms of just monstrous numbers, cannot go understated. But then Nithon steps into his shoes and is dropping very similar numbers and high level competition. Partially why the reason why they're able to make it into that Blast fall finals, and so, or rather spring finals. But very exciting stuff. Again, Pain is going to be a challenging task here for ATK, but they can bounce back. They just need to find some of these T-side rounds, give themselves a little bit of cushion heading into the second half.
You know, come to think of it, why does Brazil just breed gods in this game? Like Brazil, Denmark, I also would, I'd like to argue Turkey.
Ooh.
Just breeds gods.
USA breeding Modem here with a double entry.
I'm about to laugh at you. Oh, hold on a second, Neckies. Here's the response. Modem caught. And we go right back into a 3-on-3. Now, this is going to start to lean in favor of Pain Gaming because they've got a 2-in-1 stack. Well, if ATK take their time trying to pick it apart, it won't be all that bad, but I just don't think they're going to. Nithon, no. An uncharacteristic and rare miss from him could cost them a lot in this round. Still, 2 towards the A site. Necky is just too overwhelmed all of a sudden. 1v3 and Bowden Master. It's B-Hop _ DUST2 for this man. ATK finally up to a second.
That's so sick. Gets an opposite reward right there, but yeah, it's a nice little jump to find that kill. Close things down. A bit chaotic in the round right there for ATK, I will say, man. The bomb was soloed towards B. Meantime, there was a player aggressing through upper tunnels. If he goes down and loses the bomb, I feel like that round could have been disastrous for them, but instead he finds the kill, and then they find the kills elsewhere towards that A side, so was well recovered. The PKL on a hero mission towards middle. Completely alone. Has a teammate joining up in catwalk, though. Oh, barrel spotted. This is crazy.
I've seen this set up more and more as the meta progresses on this map, so I'm actually kind of interested to see how this is going to pan out for Pain Gaming. It seems like they spotted the barrel of a player on catwalk, but now they might be a bit too hard-pressed on his presence there. Hoping that he gives them a peek, a measly little bit of information, but if Big wins this fight, then there's really no reason for him to fall off. Now PKL can really look to activate, and you've still got Nithon here holding Suicide with the bomb down. There's no way ATK can come into a round like this.
What?
They continue to frag them out, and Swisher's trade is far too late, almost eating the nade, but this round seems already done.
Oh my god. They've just been annihilated. Big winning that duel when they knew exactly where he was located. Fading got a drop as well. You don't like Swisher's odds with only 21 HP. I thought they had that one dead to rights. A kill in from Nekis to close things down. And think about the information that they just had there. Right? They spot the barrel out. All you have to do off that flashbang is find the kill. A little pre-fire, but Big wins that duel.
Here's the problem. that's a duel that favors the CT side. So yeah, sure, you've got a flash, but I assume it's very easily reactable. So it's like he's really only got to win one duel. And even if he wins it, you've still got the op posted from mid. So it's like that's a very deeply established crossfire with supporting factors to it. So I love that from Pain.
No, it was a great setup right there. And I thought the ATK were going to be able to dismantle it, but that information just not able to do so. Swisher trying to pull off some heroics, but blinded up. Nekaz just stands tall towards that A defense. So long's not an option. Doesn't seem like upper tons is either. Look at this aggression coming through.
Wow.
PKL.
Bomb.
Oh, it's a
no
tag.
way, it's a leg.
What?
Oh my god, Bowden, I'm so sorry. That is so
Tragic.
dude.
Look
What
at
do you
that now.
expect? Someone
Kill
with a
spam.
bronze
Oh,
Stockholm coin.
Fady is spam one straight through the smoke. It's not PKL though.
So that's info. They know that there's still one player that had pushed into the tunnels, but I don't think they know about him necessarily having fallen off. Fady, it seems like he's content on the fact that he's given it back into the B site, and he'd be right. But still, Pain Gaming, they walk away with a 4-on-3. It might not be the strongest of them, but it is still a 4-on-3 nonetheless.
And then we're going to make the long con here, long rotation in towards A, but look who they're going to walk into. It's Nekaz who started proceedings off here. And with 40 seconds left, I think the mission is to just find a singular kill. If you do that, you're going to cause enough chaos and get enough information that you should lock in this round.
And you've got Nithon still posted on the site. Yeah, all you need to do is drop the 1, and yeah, there you go. 27 seconds. They don't really have time to panic. They don't really have time to cause chaos. With the 2 smokes, they've just got to deploy them in and go charging into the A site. Op now spotted. So at least they've got that information rocking and rolling for him. But he's going to play it passive, backing away over towards Gandalf to assist his boys on the rotation. You've still got Modem with the op. That's the biggest worry for me right now. There is a chance, but if they leave it to Mistum, he's got a 1v1 on his plate. 6 seconds to go, and he's got to get the bomb down, given a loophole to do it. Nithon. Angle still yet to be cleared over on Gandalf as Mistum's fallen into CT. Even upgrades to the M4 as he continues his pathing back towards spawn. Spotted out.
Oh my god.
Can't get the shots off, and Nithon walks into the angle but can find the kill still. Pain Gaming by the skin of their teeth convert.
Jeez. Unbelievable, man. I thought he was going to play that to perfection, and I really think he did. So incredible on the attempt right there. The 1v3 almost being pulled off there, but again, that's another conversion from Pain Gaming where they break the hearts of ATK. This time missed them.
That's crazy, too. I was with you. I don't think he could have played that better. It seems like he was aware of potential flank up catwalk, but still, majority of his attention was distracted towards long. I guess maybe that was the undoing of him, but Pain Gaming, they're lucky to walk away victorious in that previous engagement. But ATK's ultimate win comes into the fact that the money is still somewhat limited. Modem and Swisher just double entry up through middle, and now all the pressure's put on a Hards out. He doesn't double down. Well, probably the round done and dusted there. Gets dinked up as they come barreling into the B site from every which way. And now he's posted at the back of it, stuck even. As the bomb's dropped outside of the B doors, there is a shot here. They have to go into no man's land to try and retrieve it. And there's a spot above the smoke to try and spot from the op. So if there's anybody you want holding this bomb, it is Nithon. The one-shot wonder weapon can get the trick done, but look at this nasty boost from Fady. And there's no way Nithon expects this cat drop.
Yeah, Bowden has surrounded the palm of his hands right now. Popping a shot off, and now Bowden going to drop here. Surely, he's going to drop here soon. There he goes. Not heard, not confirmed. And now it leaves it all in the back of Nekaz to pull off a 1v2 smoke to isolate a duel. He's found the first, and Bowden looking to recover it, but now he can only be left to spam through the smoke. He's going to barrel through it, and he can't find anything. A 5-on-3 goes wrong with the heroics of Nekaz pulling through with a big 1v2 clutch and another heartbreaking round for ATK to swallow.
I mean, so unfortunate. Again, it goes back to that issue I pointed out in their last series. The spacing is the problem. That bomb is completely separated from the pack. Because if you even think, what if somebody just charges through that CT smoke and drops him? Right? Well, who's going to go get the bomb? They're also distracted on actually getting into the site. They're completely negligent of the fact that the bomb is nowhere near them. And that's what causes them to lose that round. If they had the bomb anywhere closer to the remaining players, they could easily grab it back, be like no sweat, go into the site, plant, and win the round. But no, they take too long. They just don't space themselves properly, and ATK get punished.
They're winning every single clutch. It feels like they can do no wrong. I mean, look at the kill distribution. Lowest 10, highest 14. So it does seem like that's confirmed in the numbers. Everyone has their rounds. Everyone's stepping up to the plate right there. Nekaz does it. And look at that. Almost lining up for Nithon.
No way.
A trade back with the AK, though, from Bowden. wanting that op, hungry for it, but PKL just peeks in towards mid to keep that main advantage tame.
Dude, look at how confident he is. He's literally eating bullets through the door, and he doesn't care to go in for a repeat. He is so confident right now. You can see it oozing through your computer screens. And now, Pain Gaming look to really start to twist home this knife. Necky's with the kill and long could single-handedly end the round, and he's just done it. Modem of Cat, yeah, sure, he's got a chance to trade, but so many fights to take, and all of them unwinnable. Bowden left all alone with the bomb down at top mid, and Hardzao does not seem intent on letting him have this map control. Gonna take a fight here, though, so one headshot comes back. Clutch potentially on the cards as he's found his second kill of the round.
A little bit of damage here. It's all about closing this round down. You need a clutch. Next round is the last of the half. Money's not going to be a factor if you don't win this.
PKL. This frag means everything. We can't give it up. And he had the pre-fire there. I was scared. But boy, oh boy, does he hold it down. Op recovered for a Pain 12th round. And this half, this map, this game has gone down the drain.
Yeah, not the way that ATK expected it. I feel like if they were able to close out a couple of those 1v3s, they'd be in such a better boat. But that's not like, that's not a game plan you can rely on, right? You know, you can't look back at this game and say, oh man, if I would have won that 1v3, it would have been so much better. You want to be closing out. You want to have those trades in cards here. But they haven't had it. Okay. Python gets sat down. Bowden doesn't need Map.
But is that going to be it? Because something in me tells me that Pain still have a little bit of a fighting spirit left in them in a round like this. I mean, the benefit is that you've got one player for the CT side and an MP9. So there is a very clearly identifiable weakness. But they've got to find it, which they haven't been able to do very well so far.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've seen them recover rounds like this with individual heroics already before. A 4-on-5, while seems promising, isn't daunting at all here for the likes of Pain. Bowden continuing his endeavors, though, continuing to try and be that entry prowess. It all comes down to a little bit of a game of timing. How much control are they going to concede here towards the middle? Bowden's been spotted, but it doesn't matter. Big Oo's gonna find it.
I mean, at least they've got the trade, but now the B site pounce seems to be the attention. No, actually, they tune their attention back towards, hey, Modem, you can't give up this pick. You can overextend because you need your boys at long to do some of the heavy lifting. I mean, he's delivered on a multi, so he somewhat brought it back, but not enough for them to work with. PKL, unless he's got a 1v3 to show us, ATK will at least end it off on a high note, but he's recovered the rifle, and he's trying to recover this kill on a Fady. On 1 HP being the difference, I'm not going to say it's out of the question, but it is when you're not looking at him. So thankfully, they walk away with 3 and not necessarily empty-handed.
And we are back here with the second half of play. Pain Gaming, they really made a statement here in the first half. Their CT side's nothing to mess around with, and Swisher on the jump spot. But he's been spotted trying for this mid-aggression here. He's going to fall on off, though. Going to give up a little bit of ground, and Fady going to take his place alongside MOTM.
They had me in the first half, not going to lie, but it's the second that we look forward to for a response from our native-bound ATK brethren, as they are down by a very big and scary margin of 9 rounds. So they've got a lot of map control up to ATK Fady, all the way deep pushed up in middle, and he's soon going to spot out that nobody's coming in on this long push. So with that in mind, they'll know exactly what's about to happen. A B hit on the cards, but how much utility is lined up so far? I'm seeing 1 smoke, 2 flashes, but other than that, it's just going to be them sticking to their guns. And now with the smoke to respond, they either have to wait it out and completely neglect the utility of their own smokes, or let Bowden get a knife. Missed him, wants to win the round now, take it forward. Look at all the cash you've been able to add up. That's actually so smart from Bowden, by the way. I'll explain it in a minute, but missed him with a 4K is even smarter. 4 on the board for ATK, and why that's a genius move is because now if Bowden wants it, op and play. All his. And even on a round like this where Pain are probably likely to force buy, that just further ensures you're not going to lose it. Dude, you can get these mid-aggressions out already.
He is going to go for the A1, right? But I just don't know where you get the encouragement, the boldness to go for the knife. Like, it is the perfect play, right? Of course they're going to jump out through that smoke. It's their only option with that sort of time left and with that sort of information that was had from ATK, but that is so bizarre. They're going to walk into Bowden again. He's going to have opportunity to multi-frag here. 1 on the board. Swisher going to clean up the rest, and they'll say, thank you very much. It's flawless. And ATK immediately on the 5.
I mean, if ATK would have even lost 1 player there, it's an ultimate L. Because, like, they invested full rifles into that round, so any rebuy is a definite loss for them. Especially against full Glocks. So, it's good that they're able to shut that down. But now we look forward to see what Pain are going to throw out on the rifle investments, because that's what we tune our eager eye towards to see if this game's going to be close out or not. These first 2 rounds from ATK, they've looked convincing and strong, but they need to uphold that against the actual weaponry.
Gonna go for a little bit of a coin flip here towards the long, ready to take some duels, and right past him. Swisher gonna go down. Bowden does offer up a trade here, but it's a 1-for-1. There's still gonna be more in recovery. If Moss looking to find a gap in the smoke, he does, but they were ready for it.
Very, very smart by Pain Gaming, and Bowden's the only one to currently respond in on the A side. I think they've spotted him at car. PKL eager to take the fight. There's no Molly to clear him out, so with the timing going his way, he's able to clear his way out of car and go back into the A site. Still a man disadvantage for ATK, but Fady, he's getting a bit info hungry to try to bring this one back, and while he is being held, it's by Big Uzera, who's only on 33 health, 2 bullets and he falls, and he's even going to take a very forward position. Through suicide he goes, and he could have a couple of players with their heads turned depending on the timing he gets.
He's gonna have some really good timing here. Oh
my god.
What a quick trade. That's incredible stuff right there. Now, you're going to spot out, missed him here towards the middle. You know that's likely that B rotator here. He's going to get peppered down through the wall. He's able to stay alive for now. He's able to maintain a little bit of composure here as the catwalk aggression does come on through as well. But they're going to double back towards long. And it's the exact right read. Pain Gaming playing it like a book right now.
And it's so good because there's only 1 Molotov left to stop them, and when you only give them these sight lines to work with, like, ATK just aren't going to win these duels. Pain, they've looked so sharp this entire game, but they all line up in long! Bowden Master! He's just shut it down! With the snap of his fingers, he expels Pain from the round, 17 seconds, and even if Big Uzera had a chance in this round, there's just simply no time. He'll go swinging for the fences, and while he's got 8 HP and a wide avenue to come running up long, I doubt Mr. even considers going in for the peak here, going to tap the plant, and as soon as he does it, he swings around through elevator, spotting him on the fall off, and I actually thought he was going to wait for the timer to expire.
It's hard to really make that call when you know, like, if you just get 180'd and lose, you're going to actually just never forgive yourself, but I was with you. Yeah, that's just
call attack, guys. I'll be right back.
He did not return, but nice closer. Good clutch from Mistim, an easy one, but Bowden delivering so much right there. Did not expect the barrels peeking out, could she? That's a bold call to make, but that's been the name of the game right now for Bowden. He's been making those bold calls here.
It's a ride wife life good moment. I'm with you though. Like, catch him from behind, life good. Wait too long, get 180'd. Life bad, regret.
Regret. Pain.
Now they need to start to kill the competition because Pain Gaming, while they still have a pretty gnarly lead, I don't know, ATK, it looks like they are able to keep their composure in this game, and I'm still a bit worried for the future. I mean, you speak up of Pain Gaming's vertigo, but from what we just got a taste of from ATK, I don't think this is all black and white. I think there's a big gray area right now in the unknown for what ATK are going to be able to accomplish against them.
Yeah, they've got a lot of confidence in that last map of play. Last series, rather. On Vertigo, so I'm with you. Could certainly be a team to try and put a stop to him, and it's another familiar matchup between these two teams as well. So, you know, while Pain Gaming is putting up some impressive results here as of recent, the task does become a lot trickier knowing that these two teams have been brawling out for the last couple of months. But a catwalk play in the picture here, and there's only 1 defender. Bowden of all people left to defend it, but a couple of well-placed flashes and smokes can isolate him and nullify him.
Yeah, but he's just going to hold the angle. No avant-garde smoke to come through. I don't think they could afford the pieces of utility, but now it's just about getting the bomb down. Still a couple of members linger around in CT spawn, and they take a couple of fights that they probably shouldn't have. Damage dealt, but kills still yet to be delivered. Modem backs away as they await for the smokes to start fading out. And you've still got the scout of Neckies to worry about, but at the same time, you've got these players peeking and long. It was a nice shot on the conversion, but that's about all she wrote for it. You got a couple of low bars for Hardzow to try to work against, so maybe he can pick up a couple of lucky frags towards the bitter end of this one, but on nice HP, I wonder how far they'll allow him.
See if we can get one more.
Oh my
quickly
god!
Denied. I was to say, you're going to put Swisher on that bomb, and while obviously if he was going to swing wide enough to kill Swisher, one of those two would have gathered that kill, but that would have been a nice, you know, 3 kills in a bomb plant round. It's kind of your benchmark goal for a half buy. They still meet some sort of goal with a bomb plant 2. But they need rounds on the board here. ATK able to get themselves a clean start and closing that distance slowly but surely on the now just 5 rounds to separate the two.
Unfortunate.
Oof.
Fady already out of the equation, and now things get a little bit easier for Pain Gaming to try to find success on. There's only one current B defender, and that's missed him still, trying to cross back to long. And lucky Hard Zao eats that molly because he was seconds away from trading up that kill. Also, I just want to say, nobody likes you, Chase.
I like Chase.
No, you don't.
Love him.
I'm too busy chasing the scoreline that ATK may just be able to drop. Because they start eating away at these rounds, denying plants, getting some comfortable wins. Then this game is not as one-sided as it would initially have seemed. They have already won the CT half. People, you might not realize that. Like, even if this game is lost, ATK have already won the CT half.
Gotten enough. That just might be a testament to their rough T side, though. I'll be honest. The execution up catwalk's gonna lie in it. It seems like they've just bought enough time. They've caused enough chaos here in the 4-on-5 to lead only one player. Modem left to defend up against the world here. This cat execution. Ooh.
Modem eats the fire and the flames, but is at least able to pick one back up on the response. 30 seconds to go, and now we leave it to Bowden. He's got to get the job done, spotting the bombs, push up catwalk. He'll call for the rotations, but unless he can find one or two on the cross, I still don't see a reason for ATK to have interest on a retake like this. Look, your cash might not be that bad, but it's still not all that well established where you can afford to reinvest 2 ops. So, I mean, take your leave and go. Give him 13. Pain Gaming finally on the board for this T side, but there is more of ATK to go.
That's a really solid round right there on the 4v5, though. I thought I'm just finding that really quick pick. And you can see, I mean, they threw some utility out towards B. They're very early on to try and draw attention out. And then they just hit the pause button. After throwing that utility, they might feel a little bit uncomfortable there. And so they start to rotate players towards that direction. All off the back of that presence being made from Pain. And it just leaves MOTM alone on that A side. What are you going to do up against 5 players heading your way? There's not a lot you can do, especially with the utility, the mollies that were thrown in to near perfection from Pain.
Yeah, but ATK, they can't afford to give up rounds like this anymore. I mean, while it is just maybe a once-in-a-while kind of thing, that's the liability or liberty you give yourselves when you find such a big lead in the first half. You don't need consistent success anymore. You can just find rounds that are based off of an entire luck stat and be okay with ending out the game.
Luxury you give yourself. Oof. Yeah, with you. They've given themselves a lot of room here. Jump spot's going in for PKL. Bowden actually did try and spot for that, but they were patient enough to avoid it all entirely. A double play towards upper tons, so I think this is going to be confirmed. The pressure going to be applied here. Are they going to be ready for it? Nexus is throwing utility towards lower at the moment, but just turn his attention to the op and delivers a quick headshot to Bowden.
And they even try to go for the off angle. It works only for the leg. They'll take that, though, with the advantage they've been given thus far. You don't really need that much of a kill to go your way. ATK, you can already tell the pressure's put right back on, and it seems like this CT side of success is no more. It's come to a very quick and fast halt, lest this 4-on-5 can be brought back, which hasn't been the case for the majority of this game.
There you go. No longer a 4-on-5, a 4-on-4, making a 4-on-3 Swisher. With some great crosshair placement. He's got to find himself a kill. Towards long, dealing with that really crucial bit of aggression. Python gets caught with the bomb, dropped in the palm of the Fady's hands. Gonna let him pick it up and get up that catwalk, but still, there's 2 players left to deal with. A swift turnaround here from ATK as they look to try and make their way up cat.
Night and day from what we saw from them in the first half, and even in the previous series where they'd struggle to close out these man deficits or even close to bring them back. Now maybe a bit of a changing of storyline. Swisher still got to worry because if you give Big this pick, there's a definite chance for him to convert on this round, though he's running out of bullets and running out of time. Big just decides to push him down and give up the kill. Op to be retrieved, and so will the 8th. ATK go right back to 5 rounds down the drain.
Keeping themselves in this one right there. Again, that's a 4-on-5. But it felt like even worse than that. There's some damage being done to Fady with that op. He got legged up. Wasn't able to find anything. And so ATK pulling that one back is a big saving grace. Swisher, again, trying to keep them in this game.
Well, they come bursting out long. Time to start throwing caution to the wind. Payne, you gotta get a bit creative if you want to close this game out, but Bowden is ready. From Kari, picks off the first, and ATK's like entry success to conversion rate is no joke. Now, alongside that, Fady's gotten a bit more confident to take some tons aggression into the mix, and now they're even peeking up long. Look at all this proactivity around the board from ATK. Maybe for the wrong reasons. Bowden still posted with the op, wants to bring this man advantage right back to welcoming oranges, that they know at least 2 players are over towards long. Just don't have that confidence to peek it.
Yeah, important that Bowden's able to stay alive right there. But now the man advantage has been kind of slipped through into even territory. Now is ATK in pain. But look at this. I mean, you say even. I'm not really going to say that too much because they got upper tons control right now. They've got a lot of map information in the palm of their hands to really hold down this ground towards long. And that's going to be the only position where Pain can really commit to at the moment.
I'm just worried because once these CT smokes come in, they're going to be completely isolated from Swisher. Thankfully, they put Bowden back up towards Catwalk to actually assist with the off, and now he could try to contest it behind this smoke. 36 seconds, and eventually they're just going to have to crack and go through it. Because they're running out of room to work with. Bowden even re-peeks that one in, so if they're spotted on a cross, rotation can be pulled. Bomb now dropped as the kills come flying through in the CT favor. Necky as well, he's brought one back. The bomb is always in the ground for the CTs, it seems. Nikon in a 1v3, and he can't respond. Bowden's off is woken up in the CT side. And that might be them starting this comeback off.
One thing I never say about Pain Gaming here as of recent and with how good they've been looking is that they're looking sloppy. And that's what they're looking like right now. A huge gap in that CT smoke. Massive. Mistim just finds a kill. Actually drops a bomb off that. And it makes that site take so much more difficult knowing that you have to spam pepper smoke spam through that huge gap in the smoke. It won't allow for you to just have any opportunities. So they got to clean it up here if they want to close this one out on the T side.
Yeah, especially considering ATK are now starting to get this double up setup established. Things are looking downhill for Pain Gaming. They go into a quick B hit, and we have seen none of these work, so I don't really know what the thought is. And it still seems to be the case, or maybe not. Somehow for a second there, it looked a bit even, but as the dust settles, as the smoke fades away, Big Uzera finds himself alone in the 1v3 with the bomb still needing to be recovered again. And ATK knocking on the door double digits.
Get 10. This is would have been a 6 spot. They were boosting up there. Big U. Can you find anything? Absolutely not. Fady's got the tripwire activated, and there's double digits like you said. 3 now to close the distance. ATK mounting up a very rock solid defense right now.
And now that lead that was once so triumphantly lingering over the heads of ATK is within reaching distance, within nabbing range. This T side of Pain has fizzled out. You would have thought this game was over. You would have maybe even tuned out at something like 12-3 and assumed Pain had this one dedicated destiny. But no, could not be further from the truth. All these nades go dumping into long. They still don't walk away with an opening pick, but the damage is there, and Swisher for a second was toying with the idea of going back in for some aggression, but I think he realizes he's got to play this one disciplined.
Maybe not too disciplined, right? We've seen actually some proactivity in the 4v5 work out well for ATK. And they're probably going to have to go for something proactive. You don't want to tuck in this position and know that there's a huge gap in your defense somewhere that can be exploited from Pain Gaming. So I do like this. Look at this, Fady peeking deep in towards B-Tons area.
But they've done this before. They've done this a couple of times now, especially Fady, who's been so masterful at working these Tons flanks. So Necky's just going to be put on high alert. I don't think he's really going to overextend or at least opt to without a teammate coming behind him to trade him out. So, yeah, Fady's here. And yeah, he's got this info locked down, but it's the first one to flinch that's going to lose their team the round.
Gets a bit inquisitive here. They're going to make their way up Catwalk. And again, Fady's information is allowing for this level of stack. Might be a bit of a gamble here, but it's the right one. Bomb heading up Catwalk here, and Bowden is going to drop it. He's going to confirm that information. That does trigger aggression, though. Oh, Nekus has just found that kill. Look at this reaction. They just rush in towards B. You were exactly right. The first one to flinch is going to decide this round, and it's going to be the likes of Fady who flinches first.
And now do they even opt to go into the B doors? No, absolutely no interest in attempting that line of avenues. So now it's just Swisher sitting outside them as the op goes in for a Tons flank. I think even spotted too, so Hardzow drops in his smoke. There's a lot of utility to go around for this post plan. Even though it's just one smoke, one flash, it almost seems like Tons is going to be cut off for the majority of the retake. And ATK, lost interest. You could see, or at least I thought so. It seemed like they were going back, but some newly found recovery, it seems, as you realize you can't keep letting these rounds slip. Look, if you want to convert the comeback, you gotta go for things like this.
Jody, they're gonna barrel on out. Bowden, though, posted up. He hits the tag, but he won't find the frag. Another kill in. They found a couple, in fact, and now it's Bigu in a 1v2, but ATK, there's enough time to defuse, and Swisher and Bowden pull it off.
I told you, you have to go for situations like that, and they do, and they win. 11 now on the board, one shutdown round away from securing a tie game. ATK, they aren't knocking anymore. They're starting to burst in, and Paint can't stop them.
And I thought that was a save, right? But ATK, they proved me wrong. There's no need to save. They'll just take it by force. A 3v3 post plant on the B site. That's not easy to pull off right there, but they'll welcome it. Python holding a very passive angle, hoping for some sort of underpass aggression. That's not going to come forward.
This is the biggest round of the game for ATK. The biggest round all day that they have played. This is the ultimate decider. If you deny them from getting that bomb down, then they are sent right back to square one. And while maybe they'll buy, I mean, we've seen it from them before, wouldn't be the wise move. And you'd be better off taking the save, giving up that 13th. That could be so huge for ATK. Especially this team who has not been able to find anything all series. Well, now is their chance to shine. The CT side of DUST2 is proven up good.
Excellent flash there from PKL, keeping himself alive for this round and avoiding Bowden's op. But like you said, there's so many implications on this round here and now. They need to gather this one, could tie up that scoreline. And it's been only one round that Pain Gaming have been able to find so far on this T side. So they're really making them sweat.
This round is destined for failure. ATK have had almost no utility baited out of them. There's nothing stopping them from keeping Catwalk smoked and mollied off for the remainder of the round. Even if they come barreling into the A side, they're sitting in mollies. They're going to be blinded up. They're going to have to walk through smokes. And as that cat take finally comes through, there's going to be next to nothing left of this Pain team. They realize they've just got to go. They've got to pull the trigger on this Executor, else they're going to have no time to make this round work. And even another smoke getting ready to be jumped through. Modem has single-handedly shut them down with his utility usage, trying to pepper them in. No, he's yet to commit to a gunfight, though. 15 seconds off, still posted up on the corner, and Modem tucks, hides in the middle of the site, waiting for his moment to shine. Flash, kill, still comes through. PKL allows it well. There's no way. There was 6 seconds. They played it perfectly, but still on the cards to contend. 2-on-2 in the post plant. PKL looking for the peek at CT, and it's left all up to PQZera on the top of the bomb site with 74 health. Both of them have come through towards the ramp side. He's almost a dead man walking. As soon as this smoke fades, Mistum's going to have the perfect angle. Footsteps given over, and they both line up for him on 1 HP. Swisher saves the day. A 3K for the youngster himself. ATK got 12.
I mean, you said it was destined to fail right there, but you forgot about a Pain Gaming X Factor. Now they still close it out, ATK. Narrowly. But they'll take that, man. They'll take any round that they can gather. Right now, in terms of trying to claw things back, it's round by round in which ATK have been able to do it. But that's an incredible attempt. They almost pull off that. And what felt like so doomed. 20 seconds left. And a cat execute that was going to fall flat to Bowden's op.
And the thing is, these double ops are still in play. ATK are relentless with this. They refuse to give it up. Pain. This has been a consistent fork in the road for them to try to work against. And again, they just haven't done that much to bait out the counter utility of ATK. That's why some of these rounds are so difficult for them.
So much damage done from the double nades and all of this information being heard. Oh my god, Swisher. Almost finding a kill right there through the smoke. No luck just yet. But this guy has been doing everything in terms of trying to bring things back. Bowden stepped up in a big way on DUST2. These are the dynamic duos that we've seen on Vertigo. And now they're looking to close out here on DUST. This is extremely scary for Pain Gaming. Trying to shut these two down. So you're still peeking in. He's still confirming more long control here.
I love it. It's so good from ATK. It's like, it's by the book CT side.
Ooh.
Okay, I don't know if that's so much by the books, but more so just Swisher. And dude, Modem is crazy. They're both crazy. What do you do against this, man? Flash to come back in. Modem wants more, but he can't find it. Only damage. 3-on-3, and they all come swarming into the A site. Still a catwalk player to be taken down, and Fady delivers the kill. The final blow necessary. Molly coming into the site too. This smoke actually might just fade before they can come waltzing in. Knight not even going to be Molotov off the angle too. 28 seconds. And ATK are still so good with the utility. They're just so good at everything right now on the CT side. Bomb going to go down, but still disadvantageous. You know where both players are, but can't find the kills. And they were knocking on the door to find a tie game. But to drop it now would be heartbreaking. Bowden Master. Perfect info on where the last player remains, where he lies. Follows off the op shots. He drops in a CT, and he's even got the right idea. But the ace from Hard's out denies, and it takes individual heroism for Pain Gaming to find another T-sided round, but they finally get it.
Oh, man. What a closer right there. Hard Zao to finish the job, finish the clutches in which they just couldn't seem to find here, and finally do. Now look where this leaves ATK off in. It's going to be a couple of FAMASas, Deagles in play. A1S for Swisher, but no utility almost, and that's been their bread and butter, using this utility late in the game, taking some fights here, sticking around maybe a little bit too long, but Nithon's been tagged down, so he's got to fall on off this angle.
A good opening tag, but a good opening pick is even more so impactful. You could see they want to take some mid-control or just some aggression all in all. Bowden still so pressed up on the right side of top mid, and eventually Big Uzera is going to snap, and eventually there's going to be another frag going their way. 3-on-5, Bowden, does he get the peek yet? No, Big Uzera is just jiggling in, but that flash gives him all he needs to know. Will blind him off of the angle, but still gives the call over to Fady as they're pretty much trapped into going for a long push now. ATK are weary of this too.
I feel like this one's doomed. Got a long flank in. If Mr. wants to keep up this pressure, he'll have Bomb in the palm of his hands. He does hit the brakes a little bit on this flank. Now Bomb's been snagged. Oh, look at this. This is going to be a huge early alarm bell. Nithon, he's going to fire back with an op shot, though. He's going to clear out that lower tons, and now they look to pinch in upon System here.
Oh, Scout turns into an op, and you've come waltzing right in. Bowden still not going to be too shy to upgrade off of it as soon as he gets the chance. FAMAS is posted up in the tunnel, so he could probably pick that bad boy up. 40 seconds to go, and they're going to seemingly give him one-by-one peeks. Big Uzera, does he expect this much of an off angle? I highly doubt it. Yeah, no, shoulder peeking in, though. Gets all the info he needs. As Mistum falls back, he'll only deliver on the one. FAMAS runs out of bullets, but it's done the job. It's done all that's necessary. Bowden did end up recovering the AWP as PKLs come running out through the tunnels. He'll be jumping above him on the car. I think this call is given over. It's delivered. Yeah, they're all weary of it. And even though he's not the one finding the kill, Modem will clean up the round. ATK right back at them. And that's going to be the round they've been desiring. That should be them going up to 14 because Pain had to take a save.
Yeah, half by at the very best here, but another tough pill to swallow right there. You can see the loss bonus is maxed out, so they can invest quite a bit into this round, but they can't keep getting these flash and pan rounds. They're going for a force buy here. What a call. Big Goose can completely buy into this. The rest of the team not so encouraged. A jump peek in, Bowden holding for it. How patient is he going to be? He knows there's someone here. He's just waiting for him to give up his life.
I think I see what they're doing here. I think Pain are going to try to pick apart this Opper. Keep him baited in because Bowden is such a patient player. You know he's going to stick around for the majority of the round. So yeah, that's exactly what they do.
Oh my god.
He Uzera to perfection, takes him down, and now ATK are completely isolated on both sides of the maps. Pain Gaming, their only ace in the hole in winning a round like this is to abuse to perfection right now before the rotations can be drawn.
That's such a sick play right there, actually. Now Swisher gonna come in rotation to this A bomb site, but he's isolated. He's alone. AKs and Tech 9s on the other end. He's got to line them all up. He's blinded up by the flashes. Great placed utility here coming through from Pain Gaming, and another opener here lining up his bottom. But he can only find one. A singular kill is not enough. Fading down low to the HP. They're giving him peeks. They're giving him kills back. They're overstepping. And now there's a chance in the 2v2 for ATK.
Shadow.
Another big round, but no Big Goo is going to put him down here and missed him. He's going to fall back into the back lines of CT spawn.
You can't say this. You have to go for it. There's no better opportunity, but they both swing in together, and Pain Gaming off of one hero bought AK. It's just beat Uzera, but it's still a map point. Finally, it's way more labor than they would have liked or anticipated, but it may have come to this. The money, it's gone. The timeout, it's called. You got about $2,000 a player, and the glass slipper seems to have finally cracked for ATK. We'll give him credit for them coming this far, but it seemed like it was destined for this game to go the way of Pain.
Sure did. I mean, it was hard fought, right? But now, finally, you couldn't ask for a more welcoming opportunity to close this one out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look what they're up against. The Eagles at best, one FAMAS that was sacrificed the armor there from Mistum. So it's pots and pans here at the very best. Bowden back on his signature scout that he's been pretty effective with so far in some of these rounds, but... Oof.
I mean, it's rounds like this where ATK throw the whole kitchen in the sink at him. Like, we've seen them in these situations multiple times and able to convert these rounds because they use this weird strat call that is usually based off of a very ballsy read that they've been waiting to use, or at least that's the way I feel about it. But you can see, again, this has come to fruition. Bowden Master. Oh, I don't think he was spotted, but the shot's giving them all the info they need. Fady. Again, he's done this time and time again, so they dump in the Molotov for safekeeping. Now he might just fall to it. He's going to get crunched in from middle, and he just can't escape. 1 kill, though. All he'll ever ask for, and he is playing this to a T, man. He refuses to give himself up. He's playing it as smart as you possibly can. Modem still got his boys back from the flank in mid-doors. Does he want to deliver on another kill? It's a big risk to take, and he might fall for it. That one pick means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of the round. ATK have dropped it.
Oh, but okay, Mistum gets shut down. That was their one last hope right there. But now it's been swiped away. Bigu, in these last 2 rounds, has crushed ATK in their hopes of closing out this map here. Bowden gonna look to pick him off, but a smoke going to confirm that this has got to be 16 here. There's nothing you can do, surely. And he's looking the wrong way. There's a player already inside window. There's a cutoff point from Niathon. And that's going to be the closer right then and there. 16-13 there in favor of the boys over at Payne as they pick off their map pick. But again, hope here.